It's a very good day from Alton Towers. It's the middle of August, and for a change, we're not going to go to the Dark Forest first. I'm Scott, this is Stephen. Are you looking forward to another day at Alton Towers?
I'm interested to deviate from the plan. The plan, it always works well for us. So,
yeah, it does.
We normally go Dark Forest and work our way back towards Nemesis, ending the day at Nemesis.
Yeah.
We're going to reverse that start at Nemesis and work our way the other way round.
Yeah, and see how that goes, because when we were talking about coming here today, it was kind of like, oh, we're going to do the same thing again. Are we going to go to Dark Forest? Are we going to go to X Sector? And it's like, it is just a copy and paste day every time. So we are going to do something different. We are going to look at the new ride area, which is, I think, for next year, Stephen.
I believe so.
Yeah.
It's on the monorail. We're having a look, and it looks like it's ready for the hardware to start going in. So I don't know if we're going to wait for winter, or we might see something soon. Who knows?
Who knows? They might chuck it up ready for Scarefest and get the hype going over that time.
You know what? That would be really good if the, like even with Wickerman, you could see like going up while the park was open, and then people like, oh, I really want to do that. I think it'd be a good way to kind of end the year. Agreed.
It just, you know, people come here towards the end of the year, they start thinking about Christmas and start forgetting about theme parks. But if they're here and they see a new ride going in, they're like, straight away they'll be thinking, oh, we've got to come back to Alton Towers next year.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll probably talk about Scarefest as well. Obviously, I've done a video lately about the opening hours. I'll get Stephen's opinions on that. And also, we've got Jimmy and Matt joining us shortly. I think Matt was watching the rugby and having a few beers last night, so he won't be here for opening. Whereas Jimmy's, he is here somewhere. We're just waiting for him to find us. But yeah, we're going to go over to Nemesis now, start the day there. And then really from there, it's just a case of see where the day takes us. But this could go really badly, because our normal plan works not really well.
Yeah, so the issue we've got with our plan today is the hotel guests have already got an advantage on us getting to Nemesis.
Yeah.
So there's already going to be a bit of a queue there. So really we are doing this the wrong way around. But it'd be interesting to see how many rides we can get done. Yeah. I have a feeling we won't make it to Dark Forest doing it this way around. I don't think we're going to get Dark Forest in. We'll see how it goes though. If we get Dark Forest in, then I'd class that as we've succeeded in the mission.
Yep.
But we need to find an alternative place to eat as well. We normally go Woodcutters.
Yeah.
But we're going to be at the other end of the park, so I think we still stick to the early lunch at like 11. But I'm thinking maybe Rollercoaster Restaurant.
It was naff last time I went. It was really naff.
Let's give it a second chance, eh?
To be fair, it was about 5 years ago.
Yeah. it has changed. It has changed since then.
It was Scarefest 2019, I think.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It might have been Scarefest 2018.
If anything, it's quite a spectacle while you wait for your food. Especially when you get stuck and you have to send someone with a big stick to jab your food so it can get down to your table.
Here's your burger. It now looks like a donut. So yeah, we're going to head over to Forbidden Valley? It's still Forbidden Valley, isn't it? I was going to call it something else. Yeah. I'm thinking of Fearless Valley. It's because I've got Fort Park on the mind. That's coming up soon. But yeah, right. Nemesis Reborn. Let's go and do it.
Nemesis DNA. I don't know. You might just disappear in a second. Let's back.
Bye, Jimmy.
I don't fly. Hey, where'd you go? Oh, thank you.
Now that we've established that Jimmy has not been infected with Nemesis DNA, the phalanx have let us go and we have joined the Nemesis queue. It says it's 5 minutes, but it's a 15-minute walk around the queue.
Ready for the world's most intense ride experience.
We're not going on Project 305, mate.
No, well, to be fair, I'd say that other things more intense, but it's still very good.
We've just taken 2 rides on the Nemesis, or Nemesis Reborn as we should call it. It's actually very, very good. Now I've been reading some comments online that Nemesis Reborn has got really rough and rattly. It hasn't. It's still very, very smooth. It rides like a brand new roller coaster, which is probably because you know, it almost is a brand new roller coaster. So it rides really well. I don't get the complaints, but
I think there is a difference compared to the old trains and the new trains, but it's been doing that since kind of day one.
It's got that like weird, like vibrating, rattling noise as you're going around, which is annoying. But it doesn't. I don't think it affects the ride at all. Maybe
it depends on like, because of the compound of the wheels. If it's once been left in a certain position for any length of time, you kind of look, it's hard to tell, it'll be like a 50p piece.
Yeah.
And then what will happen is it will just cause a bounce. They're usually pretty good at swapping these out when it happens, so it could be that. If you're unlucky and you're on one of those wheels and that it will feel bouncy, but like that's not rough in my eyes.
I think we should start calling you Technical Steve. But yeah, it wasn't bumpy, rough or anything, it was just smooth. It was just a bit noisy, that's all.
We were good today, I had no complaints.
And I'm really glad we started the day there. It's not a copy and paste day now. We didn't go to Dark Forest. We started on the best ride here, for definite. And since we started the intro, we've got some gentlemen who joined us. Matt's finally come home from America. Welcome back to the videos, mate.
Hangover, America hangover.
What, for a whole month?
Still going, mate.
How was Nemesis?
Yeah, still riding brilliant. I say that rattle, only on the last corner.
Yeah.
That's how you can hear it throughout the ride, but no.
Exactly.
Doesn't ruin the ride at all. Still running brilliant as always.
Jimmy's still on an America hangover for 2022. You alright, mate?
Yeah, I've been here more than Blackpool, I think. That's how bad it is.
Alright. No, you'll get me in trouble for being negative. How was Nemesis, mate?
Smooth. Still rattles to me anyway, like you say.
Good man. So, in the interest of making sure this isn't a copy and paste vlog, we're going on Galactica, for goodness sake. That's where we're going next.
Do we have to?
Yay, Galactica. 5 minutes? 5 minutes for Galactica in August? That can't be right, surely.
August on a Sunday.
No chance. Take 25 minutes to walk round. For Galactica, the queue time board is right. It's just that the walk round is epic.
It was quite the well, it's Narnia, wasn't it?
Getting me steps in, been all the way to the hotel and back.
Full racks.
Yeah, we've been in the water park and everything on the way, but yeah, it's good when you don't have to queue for it. It's not one of my favourite rides, but we'll go to Stephen first. What did you think, mate?
Well, I'll be honest, I'm not really a flying coaster fan. I get a little bit scared on flying coasters these days because I've got a bit of weight on me, and you're in quite a strange position in that flying position. Here comes the monorail. The sea light train.
There it is.
I enjoyed it. The operation's really good on there today. The flight, I've never known them not have to use the PA to say what seats are kind of not clear, and the staff are being proactive in sorting the issues out before the dispatch, and in doing that they're running at capacity at the moment.
Yeah,
so
they are.
It's like slowing down on the lift hill every dispatch for every train going out.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing, yeah, because it's basically the block's not clear yet, so it's going slow up the lift hill until the block's clear, then it'll speed up. So if you're ever on Galactica and it starts going slow, you haven't broken down, that's just the way it's programmed to make sure that the other craft is clear before it's sent it over the top. So yeah, it's a nice short wait. Normally that's about, on a weekend, about 45 to an hour, isn't it usually?
Yeah.
So like to get on it in 5 minutes, that's really good. So maybe this tactic isn't going to be as much of a failure as I initially said. It's going quite well so far.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Good ride.
So back in the day, this area of the park used to be called Team Air. I believe it's now called Area 1. Is that right?
Area 1 or 2 is Area 1.
We'll go with we're going historic here. I just want to say that the operations on both Nemesis and Galactica remind me of the 2000s, when you got in the queue and you knew you weren't going to wait very long, and those queues were moving fast. Nemesis queue was moving really, really rapidly. That's why we got 2 goes on it.
Yeah.
And the staff were chucking the trains out. They weren't stacking at all. And then we do Galactica, and you come back to the brake run, and you're not being left on the brake run for ages. It's just going straight back into the stations.
Yeah.
That is a massive improvement on probably the last 10, 15 years, to be honest. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I'm seriously impressed. Especially in this day and age when people can't be separated from their mobile phone.
Exactly.
And that the staff can be trying the hardest they can, but if someone's like there on the phone in the station, that ride cannot go.
Yeah.
And you do get a lot of phone faff these days, but there's none of that going on today, so it's like literally, like you said, it's like the old days.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah,
Well,
thumbs up.
I just want to pick up on that as well. And I've had a couple of messages like recently saying like, why are you not having to go at Alton Towers? You're having to go at Blackpool's operations. You're having to go at Blackpool's downtime. Well, we're here and we're having no problem, so I can't complain at them if they're not doing anything wrong. So if they do anything wrong, we'll pick up on it. Absolutely.
I just want to throw in there, Scott, that we do praise Blackpool when they do well.
Yeah, we do.
And I won't hold back. Like, Blackpool do some things amazingly. However, the mobile phone issue and the operations just haven't been as good this year as Towers. So we have commented on Towers operation, like 13 being on 2 trains at the start of the year. It was a bit slower than it should be, but you know, they've got the 3 trains on there again. We'll go and have a look at that later on. I believe they've made some changes to that as well to help increase throughput. So we'll have to go and have a look in a bit and see how that's going on. So yeah, I think we just try and keep it as fair as possible, because
real.
like
It's all real.
We're not going to hold back on anything. If something's not right, we're going to let you guys know so you know what to expect.
Absolutely.
And Towers have been on the game.
Can I just say, this is hardly the face of Alton Towers positivity. I have always been very critical of this park, but if they get it right, I'm not going to be like they're getting it wrong. I will always report honestly. It doesn't matter where I go, whether it's here, Towers, Fort, here, Pleasure Beach, Fort, Cedar Point. If it's not very good, I'll be honest and say it's not very good. If it's good, I'll say it's good. I'll always be honest, and that'll never change.
Just gonna try the door, mate. Sold us a lie.
Oh, well, we can go and do the curse and come back.
So the plan was to do the Rollercoaster Restaurant for a bit of early dinner. We normally go to Woodcutters for an early dinner, but yeah, it's closed at the minute. Stephen has sold us a lie. He told us it opens at 11. Doors are closed. A bit like Loki's actually, mate.
It's making flashbacks of like
Every time we try and get food somewhere, it's closed.
we really want to try the breakfast there. We've tried it a few times, it's just shut.
Try that next week.
I don't know if I want to risk it. I don't want to go hungry.
No. It'll have to be second breakfast.
I
That.
don't know, like, we'll go and check again next week, but
Yeah, we'll
hopefully we can try it next week.
bringing it back to now. We will. What we're going to do?
I think either blade or we don't do that. Should we do the blade? We never did the blade. Come on, let's do the blade.
Go on then. Go on. So we're taking a ride on Blade. It's good fun to go on a heritage Alton Towers classic. And now we're going to do the Curse at Alton Manor, which has got a 5-minute queue as well.
Are we just getting lucky with the crowds? Must be.
Grave digging?
Yeah.
If you could.
Oh, I've done loads already. Do I have to do another one?
It's going to have to be a big one.
Is
as
it
well.
for you?
I think so, yeah.
When do you think you're going to need it by?
Probably in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
time.
about 2 weeks.
Really? That's very optimistic, isn't it?
I know.
I mean, looking at you. I might get a move on then. I'll go do it now because
Thanks.
it's not looking good, is it?
Do we have to pay more for the speedy service? Like,
Well, I'm absolutely rushed off my feet. So
I could tell.
Yeah, it's going to be double the normal price, I'm afraid.
Are you paying?
Yeah, I'll pay. How much?
Oh, just get me a new shovel.
All right, cool.
Right.
Sorted. Deal.
This one's had it.
There's better videos you can make than me trying a door. There's probably going to be lots.
Well, this is the second time, so we might as well get you again. Is it supposed to do that? You gotta roll back. That is the first time I've been to the Rollercoaster Restaurant for probably 5 or 6 years, and it might be the last, because the food, I'm sorry to say it, was terrible. Absolutely terrible. So we'll go to Stephen for a positive review.
I'd say the food was not the highlight, but the actual experience was quite fun, of like watching all everything coming down, like the drinks and everything coming down the roller coaster.
Agreed.
So did you get some footage of that?
I think so.
Oh, cool. So it's quite cool to watch like everything kind of coming down, but like, it wouldn't have to do much to improve the food. I mean, it'd be great. It's just like it's all falling apart.
It was.
It was like, oh, what's going on here? So yeah, not the best. Not the best.
I mean, we've been to woodcutters a lot this season for food, and it's always been fine. I mean, obviously Aramark are getting a lot of stick for their food in the Merlin parks, and every time I've been to woodcutters it's been absolutely fine. And I was here a couple of weeks ago with my little boy, and we went to the pizza pasta place by the Runaway Mine Train. That was absolutely fine, really nice. The only complaint about that is the fizzy pops. It's all like Coke Zero stuff, which is just rubbish, but that was really good. And I was thinking maybe Aramark are actually getting it spot on. But that in Rollercoaster Restaurant, never again. I'm never ordering food in there again. That was worse than I remember. It was absolutely awful. I'm sorry to say it. I wouldn't even give it a 1 out of 10. It was vile. I mean, the burger, it just wasn't right. There was just something not right about it. It was cooked. I mean, it was cooked and everything, but you know, it's not like it was undercooked. It just, the texture of it, the taste of it, and it, honestly, it was awful. Absolutely awful.
It didn't really feel like a normal burger, really. There's something not right with it. Yeah, not impressed with the actual food. I'd probably go there for drinks.
Yeah.
Maybe a dessert or something, but I wouldn't get a main meal from there again.
No.
Not unless they changed the quality of it, because that was clearly very low quality food that they were issuing there, so not great.
No. One last thing I will say on it is like the whole sort of showmanship of it, with the flashing lights, the ride themes, and the food coming down on the rails. That's all really, really good. It's really impressive. And the staff in there were really friendly. When we got in there, a staff member talked us through the whole process of booking and everything, and she was really friendly. Yeah. But the food itself, honestly, I can't stress enough how bad that was.
Yeah, I'd say the food is the only thing letting that place down. Yeah. Like, massively.
And that's the problem, because it's a restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be like going to a pub and saying, well, it's really great, but the beer's rubbish. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not ideal.
It's not the best, is it? The main thing is to get a good feed, and that is not what you're going to get there, unfortunately.
No.
I don't know, maybe different meals are better. Maybe try something else the next time I go there. But
crisps.
I definitely wouldn't order a burger from there again. That was not great.
We've mentioned queue times a lot today, and I think you can see the Wickerman one there. 55 minutes. We're going to do it.
It's looking a lot longer than 55 to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass on it.
Going to pass on it.
You guys, if you want to do it.
Should we ask Matt? What does Matt think?
Nah, you've upset me. Best buddy in the country. I want to go on it.
Go on then. It's not megaphobia anyway. That's best woody. Oh, you'll do it. You see the point jacket. No, we're not doing it then. Stephen's in charge of this operation.
We might come back later.
Yeah.
But we're going to move on. Oblivion has a 20-minute wait. I think that's probably the best bet this time of day.
Okay, we'll do that then. Technical Steve has spoken. Best dive coaster in the country.
It's the only dive coaster.
Exactly. Best and worst. Go and do it. On Oblivion, 30-minute wait, not too bad, was it?
It does what it does very well. It's one of my favourite dive coasters out there. I'm looking forward to trying some of the other ones out there. I've only been on a few. I've done Baron, Valraven, I've done Hyde Parks.
Right.
Craig. Yeah, I've done that
That's
one.
really good, that.
I'd say that the older ones seem to be better than the newer ones, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But some people do like the best harnesses more. But personally, I think they take away from the experience. I quite like having the older straights, and I'll be honest, you can't beat Oblivion. It's hanging over the edge, the mist there, and it's like you can't see the bottom. There, and you go down, and it's just. Yeah, I think it's done really well for back when it was built. It was a prototype. It was a little bit experimental. I think they did a really good job back then with what they did. So
I agree.
Let's bring a version 2 in.
Yeah.
Get it redone.
What about bringing in Oblivion, the black hole, or do we just need to go to Italy and do that one?
I think we need to go Gardaland, don't we?
Yeah.
We keep putting it off.
Next year, I think. Next summer.
Maybe.
We'll do it. What's next?
We're going to go do Smiler.
Oh, yay.
So turn that frown around. Very happy though.
You could review it.
I'll be honest, that was a rough one today. I don't really mind it. Would I re-ride it? Probably not. It's a one and done for the day when it's running like that.
I was hoping you'd say for the year.
No, not quite. We have had rides this year where it hasn't been as bad as that, but that's on the worst end of the scale today.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the team are getting the trains out. Enjoyed it. It's all right. Not a re-rideable coaster for me, but I'm sure the fans out there who adore it, who could probably sit on it all day. I'm just getting a bit old now. I can't take a battering like that constantly. But I do like the arrows, which are super rough. So, don't know, just that one.
Yeah, I've had better rides on aerodynamics roller coasters built in the 1970s than what we've just had on the Smiler. But like Stephen says, staff were great. They're chucking the trains out, efficient, friendly, doing their job really well, so you can't fault that. But in terms of the ride itself, I don't know what was worse, the Smiler or the Burger earlier. They were both just as bad as each other. So can we move on out of this area, please?
Should we go down Forest?
Stephen's run off. I've already given some thoughts on Scarefest the other day. I'll link the video on the top of the screen about the opening hours and all that stuff. But Stephen, what do you make of it, the hour cut?
Well, to be fair, it's more than it had the year before because it's 4 o'clock closes. So it makes sense if you've spent the expense of building these mazes and setting it up. Really, you should run it if it's there.
Yeah.
Utilise it, which they're doing now, which is great. I do feel as though the cut from 9 till 8 is a mistake.
You do?
I would have lost the hour in the morning.
Yeah.
And then you still got the evening rides, and there's something special about it. Also, if it's school time, people can from the surrounding area can come in the evening.
Yeah.
So it's a.
So what you're saying is the hour cut's not an issue; it's when it is.
Yeah, for me anyway.
I do get people's frustration with the cut in an hour. I get it, but last year it was 4 o'clock closes. This year it's 8 o'clock closes. So we're not losing; we're gaining. Even though that hour's gone, we're still gaining on what we were getting, and that was the point I was trying to make in a video the other day. Might not have put it across very well, but I don't think we're losing out. I think it's maybe been over-analysed. However, I'm still underwhelmed by the fact that the Attic and Altonville Mine tours are back. Hopefully this is the last year for those, but I get budgeting, but it's just, for me, they need to clear the deck, do the whole thing again. But what do you think? I know you're not a big Scarefest
yeah,
fan.
I come for the rides in the dark really, but
yeah,
I do think that they have done the same thing over and over and over again, and like there's only so many times you can kind of do it before people start losing interest.
Yeah.
I think if I was in charge, I would bring back one of the more intense mazes of the past that people really remember and really enjoyed.
Yeah.
So maybe something like bring back the Sanctuary, because it only did 2 years.
Yeah.
And people love that. People talk about that like now still.
That was epic.
Well, that's one of the few I've actually done, and like all I'm going to say is that I was in a mess after it. So
yeah,
it was a bit intense for me. It put me off. I don't know whether I had a more intense run because it was a staff thing, but it was crazy. I'd never want to do it again.
No, it was crazy. I loved it. I remember when that was on, that first time I did it, I just kept doing it over and over again because I just enjoyed it that much. And it was the first time I'd done Scarefest for a few years. I think I'd had a year or two off it, and I come back to it and that was here, and I was just like, what is this? This is bonkers. And then a few years later, Subspecies, that was equally as bonkers, because you would have hated this, Stephen. They put you against the door, and if you were against that door, you were getting dragged through it backwards. There was no doubt about it. So that was brilliant. Anyway, before we move on to another subject, I'm going to bring Matt in, because he wanted to comment on the pricing.
Yeah, I'm a bit apprehensive about the pricing, to be honest with you. I don't know, maybe that's the reason why they reduced the hours, because they're not expecting it to be as busy. But the pricing structures, I'd say, for the general public is a little bit too high, I reckon.
On top of
your,
the entrance,
the entrance fee as well.
It's a big, expensive day out.
Still keeping two of the same mazes that have been here how many years now?
I think the Attic was 2019.
Yeah.
I think Altonville was 2016.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking forward to experiencing the two new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pricing.
Bit much.
Look at that. Bit much.
Yeah. We're really happy about Scarefest, as you can tell. We will be back for it, but yeah, I'm just a little bit underwhelmed by the maze lineup rather than actual. Don't mind the opening hours, but the lineup, hopefully these two new mazes are wild. They won't be. And we now are on the way to the Dark Forest, but on the way we just thought, oh, ample opportunity to talk about Scarefest. So yeah, onto the Dark Forest now.
We're going to go 13. I think Rita's down at the moment.
Oh, shock. What's the queue like?
30 minutes this one, so we'll go and have a look.
Yeah. We've been on 13, the Demon of the Dark Forest.
Yeah.
Technical Steve is now going to become Operational Steve and tell us all about what's changed.
So 30-minute queue.
Yeah.
Probably more like 10-15 for us. The trains were absolutely flying out. What they've changed is everyone merges at the old merge point again. So ambulant, disabled, fast track and the main queue line all merge by the baggage hold together and join the same queue, which has stopped the exit from being clogged up by ride access passes. I know some people probably moan that they have to go through that way, but you can tell it's massively improved the operations. From what I've heard, they're regularly hitting 60 trains an hour now, which is above theoretical. It's only, the theoretical is 1,100. 60 times 20 is more than that. So, they're smashing it, and I think it's a change that has been needed to come for a long time. It's happened. I think it's good. Like that was smooth operations. Best I've seen in a long time.
That's the thing. I know that Towers are getting a lot of stick online for things like ride downtime and stuff, but they are making little tweaks to things like that just improve the experience for everybody that's here. And it is things that they're not going to publish on socials and say, oh, we've done this, but it makes a massive difference to the overall guest experience. So can't fault that. But talking of downtime, Rita's down, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not looking so good at the moment. So
it never does.
We'll have to go and have a closer look and see what's going on.
Okay, so we're back to Technical Steve.
I've got my big techie cap on.
Yeah, well, I think we need to get you a t-shirt with Technical Steve on it.
Maybe.
It'll happen. Matt, what did you think?
I've always liked this ride, I like it.
Yeah. Surprise package.
I won't go that far. It's not Valraven, is it? But no, I've always liked this ride. That drop still gives me a bit of a thrill, so...
Yeah, good stuff.
That's what it does.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I don't know where we're going next. Oh, well, well, technical Steve's going to look at Rita for us, but yeah, really good. The staff are great on there, so well done everyone.
Smashing the trains out.
Smashing it.
Rita, that was fantastic. You just go 0 to 62 miles an hour, 2.8 seconds, head back against the headrest. Oh, the airtime was really good. I do like the hydraulic launch coasters by Intamin. They are a good coaster. It's a shame they're not still making them, but I think the magnetic launch technology's moved on enough to kind of be good competition. The likes of Red Force, Port Ventura, is really, really good. So operations on here, it was down when we arrived. Within 10 minutes it was back open. How long did we wait for that one? I don't know.
15 minutes.
About 15 minutes-ish, so yeah, good. Again, the operations, like, trains are constantly moving. Can't fault the operations here today on the rides. They've been really good.
What did Matt think?
I like it.
Yeah.
Packs a punch. Fast. Bit of airtime.
I'll do.
That'll do.
So yeah, Alton Towers, if you need anyone to market Rita, there's your man.
Oh, you know what? Rita is very underloved by people. People are like, oh, get rid of it. It's if you take it for what it is, it's really good. Like, it's short, but it chucks you out the seat over the airtime hills, especially that last one into the trims at the end. The launch, like, I know people say, oh, the launch isn't as good as stealth, which it isn't, because stealth is obviously going a lot faster. But it still gets to 60 miles an hour about halfway down the launch. So that's still quick. It still gives you a good punch and a kick like a hydraulic launch coaster should. So yeah, I guess 2 thumbs up from me.
You liked it, everyone. So here we are outside Hex, Legend of the Towers. That is a legend because you don't actually get to go on it anymore. So it's just a legend of the Towers from years gone by. But yeah, still closed. Nothing more to say.
Well, hopefully they are working on it. It's a bit like Ice Blast, really. Like,
do you know what I've heard?
All come out. And
I've heard that these parts for all these rides are coming on the same boat, and it's just taking a long time, you see. So yeah, we don't know when that boat's going to arrive, but it will eventually. Next up, Wickerman, best Woody in Staffordshire. 50-minute queue still, so we're just going to have to wait this time. So we queued around an hour for the Wickerman, which, to be fair, in August is not too bad. I remember in 2018 when people were queuing like 2 or 3 hours when it was new. But yeah, you could see from the queue line that they were chucking the trains out. And the queue still moved. It took a while, but it still moved. As far as the riding goes itself, I thought that was probably my best go on Wickerman this year. I thought it was really, really good. I sat near the back. It was flying around the track, and it's definitely one of those to do towards the end of the day. What did you think, Stephen?
I thought it was running good today.
Yeah.
I kind of disagree with the throughputs on that one. I feel like there's an improvement to be had. There's a lot of the gates being held when the team were ready to go, so they could have saved an extra 10 seconds or so.
Fair enough.
On a dispatcher of that one. But like the queue, it was consistent moving, so at least they were consistent with what they were doing. There might be a reason why they have to hold it for a bit, but I don't know if you noticed when we were in the bays, we were waiting for quite a long time.
Yeah, I did notice that,
with an empty train, and they'd opened up all the harnesses and it just weren't opening.
Do you not
and the
always
same with
do
the train
that,
in front. It's always a bit slow, yeah, but not normally that bad. Not as bad as that.
I didn't think it was too bad, you know.
Yeah, you were talking now, so you didn't realise, but yeah, it was a little bit slow today on that side. But to be fair, they've been consistent, and it was about 10 minutes over what advertised, roughly.
Yeah, it was actually, good point.
I think that's something to... I'd rather have like what happened on 13, where it says 30 and it's only 15. That's great, you know. That's...
Yeah.
You feel like you beat the system. When it goes the other way, I'm less fond of that.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd rather have an overestimated by 10 minutes than underestimated by 10 minutes.
So apparently, on average, you can only do 5 rides at a theme park in a day.
You bringing that up, mate?
How many have we done now?
We've done quite a lot. I don't know. I mean, I haven't been counting.
We've done most of the coasters, haven't we?
Yeah, we've done all the coasters. We've done Blade.
Not done all the coasters. We've not done Octonauts or the Runaway Mine Train, but we have done all the big coasters.
Yeah.
The ones that are as high as trees. We've done all of those ones.
Yeah. So we've done Blade as well.
Yeah.
And the Curse.
Yeah.
And we're heading back down that way, so we might even get another one in on something else potentially.
Rapids.
Well, I was looking at the Rapids and Wickerman. I've not done them this year.
I think we should do it.
I don't think I've done them since they reopened after they were closed for a while, so it's been a long time since I've done it. Kew didn't look too bad there, so I think it's worth having a...
Can I ask a really stupid question?
Yeah.
What time's ride close?
6 o'clock, I believe.
It's 5 o'clock now, I think.
Yeah, so we'll have to get a shake on.
Shake?
Time to put your skills to the test. The Congo's giving us everything she's got.
So we've had a go on the rapids, and that was a lot of fun. Jimmy doesn't agree. Got a very, very, very wet hoodie. Got wet shorts, but that's about it. Don't know how Stephen got on. All good?
Oh, I was alright on that. It was good. I enjoyed it. That was a good laugh.
Excellent. So it's over to Nemesis Reborn to end our day here at Alton Towers Resort. Well, we finished the day with another lap on Nemesis, about 10 minutes, including the walk round. So, Stephen, what would you say about the day at Alton Towers?
You know what? I think it's probably one of my favourite days of the year.
Yeah?
I've really, really enjoyed it. The only negative is probably the food at lunchtime. But apart from that, I think it's been ace. Like, throughputs have been good, queues have been short, everyone's been quite happy, so I've really enjoyed it. I want to come back. I enjoyed it that much.
Good stuff.
Yeah, big smiles from me. I'd probably rate it 9 out of 10 today for trips to Alton Towers. So
excellent.
It's one of the better ones I've done.
Good stuff. Did you expect it to be busier?
Yeah. I think that's a part of probably why I've enjoyed it more, because I expecting, you know, hour and a half, 2 hour queues on a Sunday and school holidays, but especially towards the end of the school holidays it tends to get busier, but we've not really seen that today, so no, really good, really enjoyed it.
Good stuff. We'll bring Matt in, we'll do a twirl. There we go. Thought you were going to run off then. What do you think, mate? First park since America, I believe.
I know, massive America hangover, and yeah, I'm here going to enjoy myself today. You know what I did? Because operations were good. Actually, they were brilliant.
Yeah.
They weren't just good. Yeah, everything was efficient, really. And for a Sunday in the middle of the summer, it was a pretty decent day.
Excellent. Any particular highlight?
Probably that back row on the Nemesis at the end there.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Foot tingler.
But yeah, great day, mate. Yeah,
excellent.
Enjoyed it.
Let's bring Jimmy in. What do you think, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's a good day. Operations are good. Nemesis is running well. Only downside was the food, unfortunately. But I enjoyed the experience of the restaurant.
Good stuff. Right.
It's just been a nice chill day. It's been a while since I've been out.
I was going to say, Kieran, will you make sure it's not another 5 months before we see you now?
I won't be. Trust me, it won't be.
So yeah, top day here at Alton Towers, I'll be honest. Earlier this week I was a bit like, Alton Towers again? We're just going to do the same stuff again? Is it just going to be another repeat day like we've done literally a couple of weeks ago? Doing it in a different order has really livened today up for me. It's been like, this is a challenge. Can we make this a good day by doing something different? We have. It's been really good. And I think, like everyone said, the staff have been brilliant and the throughputs have been really, really good. We're not going to talk to Stephen now, he's got his hat on, so he'll say it was a bad day.
It's awful. No, it's good, it's a good day.
Yeah, honestly, I normally don't like visiting towers this time of the year, but today, brilliant. Well, that is now it for me at Alton Towers until Scarefest. Looking forward to the Scarefest announcements that are probably coming next week or this week soon. I would imagine 2 new mazes or 2 new attractions. I think they've still got some other stuff to announce as well. I'm hoping it will not be another year of an underwhelming Scarefest, because Scarefest used to be the elite theme park Halloween event in the UK. It's got a long way to go to be that again, but hopefully we see it taking those steps this year. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to being back for that. Might do a couple of sit-down videos at home about Towers when they announce the lineup for Scarefest, but in terms of actually coming to the park, that'll be all now until October. Lots coming up on the channel. Exciting Halloween trip coming up soon. Halloween starts in September this year. And yeah, lots going on. So if you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. There's a little thumbs up below. Please subscribe. We still have loads of vlogs to come for the next couple of months. And yeah, many thanks for watching. See you next time.